CM Punk might not challenge for the WWE World title yet, feels veteran. 2 matches left with arch-rival. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. CM Punk defeated Seth Rollins clean on the WWE Raw debut on Netflix, making headlines around the world. Further, he cleared that he was coming for the World Championship, calling out both Cody Rhodes and Gunther. However, WWE veteran Tommy Carlucci feels different. CM Punk has been eyeing a world title victory for months now. However, his feud with Drew McIntyre and now Seth Rollins has kept him from the title. As per the veteran, Punk might have to postpone his world title victory dreams yet again. During a recent edition of the Behind the Turnbuckle podcast, WWE veteran Tommy Carlucci addressed the magnificent main event of Raw on Netflix. The legend said he was surprised to see Seth Rollins take the loss despite his real-life differences with CM Punk. Further, he added that this feud wouldn't end here, and that there would be 2 more matches between them, eventually making it a trilogy. I am surprised he agreed to that finish. He lost clean in the ring. And why does these guys are professionals. They know how to work in the ring. But I thought they told a pretty good story in the ring. And obviously, this is going to be a trilogy of matches. There has to be, 2 more matches before this whole thing ends. And I don't know where it goes from here. What happens next Monday? Boy, for Seth Rollins to lose clean. That was a big surprise for me, stated Tommy Carlucci. CM Punk vs Seth Rollins might not happen at WrestleMania 41. The Visionaries' run from WrestleMania XL to date has been phenomenal. Rollins has done nothing but help other stars enhance their stories and elevate their position on the roster. With WrestleMania 41 on the horizon, plans for the former world champion have been reportedly revealed. As per recent updates from Abu of WrestlePurists, Rollins might face the world heavyweight champion Gunther at the grandest stage of them all. For this to happen, the Visionary seemingly needs to get a big win at the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber, which could further help him win the World Championship. Time will tell what WWE has in store for Rollins on the road to WrestleMania. The return of CM Punk to WWE has been a topic of intense speculation and excitement since the moment he made his shocking return to the company. Punk, who had previously been one of the most polarizing and influential figures in the history of professional wrestling, has come back to the squared circle with a vengeance. His return has sparked a wave of anticipation, with fans eagerly wondering what his next move would be. However, as the dust settles from his return, it seems that there are mixed opinions about what the future holds for the former WWE champion. According to several sources within the wrestling community, there is a growing sentiment that CM Punk might not be immediately challenging for the WWE World title, despite the fact that many fans and analysts have expected him to be positioned as a top contender right out of the gate. A veteran of the wrestling industry who has seen it all and worked alongside some of the biggest names in the business, shared their thoughts on the matter, suggesting that Punk might not be in the world title picture just yet. Instead, they pointed out that Punk's story arc may take a more gradual and strategic approach before he steps into the main event scene once again. One of the key factors in this analysis is the fact that CM Punk's return is still fresh, and WWE might be looking to build his character slowly to make sure that his comeback feels meaningful and earned. Punk has been out of the spotlight for several years, and his return needs to be positioned in a way that maximizes its impact. Rushing him straight into a title feud could take away from the excitement and anticipation that fans have for his journey back to the top. This sentiment is understandable, especially considering that Punk's time away from WWE was marked by controversy, a fractured relationship with management, and some unresolved issues with certain members of the roster. To put Punk right back in the title picture could risk alienating certain parts of the fan base or potentially undermine his return, which has been presented as a significant moment in WWE history. Another important aspect to consider is the current state of the WWE World Title picture. At present, there are several other top contenders who are actively pursuing the championship, and it would be a challenge to slot Punk into the mix without taking away from the ongoing storylines of other established stars. Has a deep roster, and the competition for the world title is fierce. It's likely that Punk's return will need to be carefully managed in a way that doesn't overshadow other talents or disrupt the flow of existing storylines. Moreover, the veteran pointed out that CM Punk's involvement in WWE's top storylines might not require him to immediately challenge for the title. Punk has always been a master of creating compelling feuds and rivalries that transcend the championship picture. His ability to connect with the audience and generate heat through his promos and in-ring style makes him a valuable asset to WWE, regardless of whether he's gunning for the world title. Punk's first few months back in the company could be centered around building a strong feud with another high-profile competitor, with the ultimate goal of creating a rivalry that keeps fans on the edge of their seats. By not immediately placing him in the title hunt, WWE can take the time to craft a more compelling narrative that not only reintroduces Punk to the audience, but also elevates another star in the process. Punk's ability to work with a variety of opponents is one of the reasons he's been so successful in the past, and his return could serve as an opportunity to showcase new talent and build fresh storylines that help elevate the entire roster. Speaking of rivalries, one of the most intriguing aspects of CM Punk's return is the possibility that he has two major matches left with his longtime arch-rival. This rivalry, which has been brewing for years, has been one of the most intense and personal feuds in WWE history, and it's clear that WWE is setting up the stage for one final showdown between these two competitors. While the details of these matches have yet to be fully revealed, the anticipation surrounding them is palpable. Fans are eagerly awaiting the explosive conclusion to this long-running feud, and it seems that WWE is building towards something monumental. These two matches could be the perfect way to bring Punk back into the spotlight and build his momentum for future storylines, including a potential title shot down the road. However, the veteran's insight also suggests that these matches might not necessarily be about the title, but rather about settling personal scores and putting an end to a rivalry that has defined much of Punk's career. In many ways, this approach could be a more fitting way to bring closure to Punk's story in WWE. The idea of two final matches with his arch-rival could be seen as the ultimate catharsis for both Punk and the WWE Universe. These matches would allow Punk to prove that he still has what it takes to compete at the highest level, while also giving fans one last taste of the explosive chemistry that Punk and his rival have shared over the years. If done correctly, this could be a massive draw for WWE, as the emotional stakes of the feud would be at an all-time high. Of course, the question remains, will CM Punk eventually challenge for the WWE World title? The answer to this question is far from clear, but it's possible that WWE is taking a slow-burn approach to Punk's return. While Punk's return has undoubtedly made waves in the WWE Universe, it's important to remember that his journey back to the top won't happen overnight. There are still many questions surrounding his future in the company, including whether or not he will be positioned as the main event talent that fans are expecting. For now, it seems that WWE is content to let Punk's return unfold organically, with a focus on building compelling storylines and rivalries that will keep fans engaged for the long haul. Whether or not Punk eventually challenges for the world title, his return to WWE has already been a success in its own right. His presence on the roster adds a layer of excitement and unpredictability to the company, and his ability to captivate an audience remains as strong as ever. Fans will be watching closely to see how his return plays out, and whether or not he eventually earns the opportunity to challenge for the coveted championship. Only time will tell what the future holds for CM Punk in WWE, but one thing is for certain. His return has already made a significant impact, and the journey ahead promises to be anything but predictable. The idea of CM Punk not immediately challenging for the WWE World title has become a topic of conversation among fans, analysts, and veterans alike. While the prospect of seeing Punk back in the title picture is undeniably exciting, it's clear that there are other factors at play that could influence the timing of such a move. Punk's return to WWE is still in its early stages, and there is much to be explored before he potentially finds himself in the main event scene. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updated news.